Greetings, all you very rare individuals. Welcome to another Afro-Scot podcast. This is episode 13. We're going to talk about what makes African culture, and this is the hair talk. Well, hair goes way, way, way back when it comes to African hairstyles. And, at one point we used to relax our hair, at one point we used to curl it with combs. And then at one point we used to have Jerichos, and sometimes we even have, slick it down with some nice gel and stuff, with Josephine Baker. But, African hair is very, very important to the culture. I feel like that's one of the things that most people are intrigued about when they look at an African. It's our hairstyles, the curliness, the puffiness, how we can do so many different things with our hairs, that not many other cultures can. Our hair is very strong, so it doesn't break that easily. So you can pull it, you can do all sorts of things. And there's been different types of hairstyles all through the years and decades. Like the 1970s, there was afros, which was a cool style. Anytime I think of the afros, I think of the Michael Jackson 5. And the afro style was really, really important to our culture. I feel like that's actually one of the most important African hairstyles that we have, the afro. And it's the easiest to grow as well, because all you have to do is just comb it all out. You don't need to really do much with it. It just naturally grows like that. And after the 70s and the 80s, there was, the slick curly hairstyles with Rick James, and Rick James was quite popular for that. And Whitney Houston had the puffy afro as well, and Janet Jackson had the nice cool hairstyle as well that she had in the 80s. The 80s was more about looking more European than it was about really having that African and identity behind you. But Jericho's isn't too bad of a hairstyle, and it was just something of the times during the 80s. And I always think of Ice Cube when I think of the Jerichos. Then there's the dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is a popular one. I feel like that's one of the ones everybody kind of connects with as well when they think of Africa. And dreadlocks is a really important one with Bob Marley and stuff like that. And it goes back to the Rastas as well with Haile Selassie, which is very important to our culture. And with dreadlocks, all we have to do is twist it. Some people are born naturally with twisted hair, but most people have to get it twisted at a salon. I have to get it twisted at salons. Then we got wigs. African women love to wear the wigs. It's more to have that kind of European kind of look. Or maybe there's days where the hair is not up to par and they rather just slap a wig on. I think Nia Long had one of the best wigs in Fresh Prince. I like the way it looked, the shorts kind of look as well. And Nia Long really, really killed that hairstyle. And then there's the braids. The braids are an important one. I think the braids is more of a sleek kind of elegant look cut to it. The braids and the twists in your hair and stuff like that. And that's another one that you see often for a lot of young black women and older black women as well, like to have the braids as well. Anytime I think of braids, I always think of Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys had a very interesting braids hairstyle during the early 2000s. And the braid hairstyle goes all the way back to the tribal hairstyles as well. A lot of African tribes have braids as the hairstyle, as the signature hairstyles, and they make it really artistic in a way. Obviously they probably don't see it as artistic, but it is very, very artistic. It's very unique, like this one here with the plate in the middle of her hair, very interesting. Or this one here where they use sort of clay to form the hairstyles and they allow it to grow at the bottom. It's pretty cool as well. It's very artistic. Then there's the barbershop. The barbershop is the most important part of the culture, because that's where all the African males usually go to get their hairstyles done and cut. And it's a very homely place for us. That's where we feel most connected to our childhood, because everybody's been to an African barbershop if you're an African guy. And it's very just important to our culture, with African combs and everything like that. And the barbers are very important to us. But by understanding this part of us, the hairstyles, and loving it, we can have a stronger African identity as Afro-Scots.